Hey there, everybody. Just another shitty day here on the homestead. All right, so I bought this tub. Katrina and I just went out and got basically a Ranger load full of...
and it's a 50-gallon tub, right?
I think so. Of cow manure. So we just went out and got cow patties and brought them back in the Ranger, and we have them in here. And I know this sounds gross.
It's a shitload.
It's a shitload, but I'm actually going to make a shit slurry. So we're going to add water to this to help it break down. And then we're going to use it in our compost and our gardens and stuff like that. Compost, I was just turning it a little bit today. And as I'm turning it, like, we're getting some really nice looking stuff in here. Well, that was a little chicken stuff. But we put cow patties in here in the fall. And you see how nice and rich and dark this stuff is getting. So this is nice. So I just got to keep turning this. We should be able to use some of this year mixed in with some soil and stuff. Anybody notice the chicken culling cone right here? This is where it ended up. It's where we processed Mr. Rooster and had him for dinner last night. We made coq au vin, Julia Child's style.
In the slow cooker.
In the slow cooker, and he was not tough. It was actually very good, and we paid much respect to him, and we thank him for his life. So, over here in this little garden area, these are all logs that we pulled from the woods. We put a giant screw through the end of them to hold them together. And then we went out and we foraged for these broken up old logs and stuff.
Rotted and burned and...
Yeah, rotted, and some of them are burned. We're going to actually chip them down, and that'll be kind of the base of our garden, and that'll break down over time, over the years. And these will be two of our raised bed gardens here. Not sure what we're going to do with them. Trying to pan around the back. We're also going to go up on the mountain way over here to the left. Can't even see it from here. The Forest Service burned up all of the bark beetle trees that they cut down. And so there's a lot of really nice, rich ash and charred wood and just beautiful soil. So we're going to hike up into there with buckets each and carry them back like this across the creek and everything. And then bring them back and put them in our garden. So just kind of want to show you what's going on here. And we're getting started on the season. Now, I talked about the project of the bunny pen just a couple days ago because we brought the rabbits home. And this is actually going to be the bunny pen structure. So we got our boards to run across the back and build our top. And
so the bunny pen's going to look just like the chicken pen, pretty much.
It'll have a door. I think we're going to actually put the door here. Have a door just like this right here. There'll be 3 hutches in here. One for the buck, one for the doe, and one for babies when we get those.
It's called a grow-out pen, by the way.
A grow-out pen, but it'll be totally enclosed like this is. And then I think what we'll do is we'll put another door here going into the garden, and then I might just leave that open to get into the compost area so we can easily get back and forth. But these are just 2 of our outside areas. We were talking about enclosing a little bit more of the property here to get more garden space in here. So we might run off of this fence post here, maybe straight across to the fence post here between the garden and the compost, and that'll give us a whole nother like area that we can fence in here and have more outside beds. And
Why do we have to fence off all the gardens then?
Because of animals, the deer, the elk, the cows, everything. We just gotta, if we want to eat this fall and canned stuff, we have to fence it off and make sure it's gonna grow properly. I know our trees just came in this week. We bought a pear tree. And what else did we buy? Apple? What did we buy?
I can't remember. I know pear. I know blueberries.
Blueberries and raspberries, stuff like that.
Fig
tree. So those are actually going to go inside the fenced-in area here, right in this front corner. I think the prior owner actually got a nice load of soil brought in there. You can see the definite soil difference between this real gritty stuff that has a lot of black sand in it and metallic stuff in it. So we're gonna plant them right inside that area there.
And that'll protect them also from the animals because they'll be inside the fence.
Exactly. So yeah, so this is what we got going on today. So we'll see how the shit slurry works. after we add water to that and get it to break down a little bit, and then get it into the beds. And I mean, there's cow shit everywhere here, so we have an endless amount. In the spring, when they come back in the summer, and it's, not to be gross, but it's fresh, it'll actually have more nutrients in it for us than what this does now. So we'll probably be gathering up fresh cow shit at that point.
But we're pretty much going to go through the compost that's in there, and we're going to start fresh.
Yeah. That's just what we got started with last year.
Right.
It's just stuff from the chickens. It is some dirt that I did put in there. It's some cow manure that's in there. It's all of our household scraps, tea bags and things like that. I break them up. Corks, I take all those and cut them up because it's good for filtration and aeration. And all of the stuff that the chickens can't eat. We don't give them our citrus peels. Some people do, but we don't. They get our banana peels, they get kiwi peels, they get stuff like that. But
They love banana peels.
Oranges and grapefruit and stuff. I just cut that up real small. And I don't even see any of that in there as I'm like starting to turn it. So that stuff's breaking down really quickly. And now we're gonna have actually the rabbit excrement that's gonna go in there too, and that can go in the garden right away. So as soon as we get this going and we have soil and stuff in there, the rabbit droppings can go in there right away. Heck, we could go out and forage right now and get deer pellets and moose pellets and put them in the garden as well, and they'll break down super easy and nice. So, and then in between our garden walkways here, the little beds, we're just gonna go up to some pine trees and rake up pine leaves or pine needles, and we'll put them in our walkways for our...
Gotta be pine leaves.
I know, something's wrong with me. Okay, so the chickens are having a little bit outside time. We're gonna get them wrangled up now because Patricia and I are actually gonna go for a walk down in the valley here today. And they seem happy. They were taking some dirt baths and having a grand old time. So, but we only let them out when we're out here just because of birds of prey. So in their little enclosed pen that we have here, we're actually going to see if we can't figure out how to kind of put wire over that as well, so they'll be a little bit safer out here. So a little bit of a cloudy day here on the homestead. It's beautiful down in the valley. You can see it down there. Even with clouds like this, our solar is charging today, which is good. What was it up to when you were in there last?
It was only 62, but that was a couple hours ago.
Okay. But the weird thing is all this weather is actually moving, and the sun will get to us eventually, and it's supposed to be sunny from like 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 o'clock tonight, and that'll charge up our batteries and we'll be good. Our generator hasn't gone off in months, I don't think, right?
No.
It didn't go off any time in March.
I don't know if it went off in March. It hasn't gone off in April at all.
Not in April at all. So yeah, so sun's coming our way. So we're just gonna keep playing, doing what we do. All right, another shitty day on the homestead. Not. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.